Hey, what's good, everyone? Audiolithic Mac once again. The Mac is in the building, and for this video, we are going to discuss the song "Watch Me Whip, Nae Nae" by Silento. Now, for those who already know, and for those who don't know, the song was produced by Bolo, the producer. Now, when I mentioned this song in the video about how I really didn't like this song, people were calling me a hater. You a hater. Where's your number one hit at? Well, I don't have a number one hit. Correct. So there's millions and millions of other people. But I do have something that everyone else has as well. An opinion. A like, a taste. And my opinion, I don't like the song. Never liked that song. It's not because of the individuals associated with the song. I don't like that type of music. And that's why I stated that I don't like the song. And I never played the song in my car. Because I like hardcore hip hop, trap style music like T.I., Rick Ross, at the time, those type of artists. A$AP Rocky, Wiz Khalifa, of course, Snoop Dogg, Dre, Kendrick Lamar, those type of rappers. Bubblegum rap is not for me. That rap is for kids. Do you understand? That's why it was a hit for kids. It was a hit kids record. And why it resonated so much, not only domestically, but internationally, right? Sold millions of records, millions of streams. I don't know about the physical copies because, that we were streaming back then in 2015. I don't recall people buying records like they were back in the past. Now, because we know that streaming diamond is way different than physical diamond. The money is in physical diamond, not streaming diamond, But anyway, to give credit to Silento and, of course, Soulja Boy, those two individuals, right, are pretty much pioneers when it comes to the whole TikTok dance crazes and social media dance crazes. You see people on TikTok always posting their dance videos. I would say those two probably one of the pioneers of that, social media trend and craze. So big ups to Silento and Soulja Boy, because I believe they are the pioneers of that. They pretty much were the catalyst of that, But as far as the song is concerned, right? Now, as far as the song is concerned, we're going to look at the credits of that song. Now, as far as the publishing goes, Silento is credited as being one of the writers of the song along with Bolo. So that means they will be receiving publishing if they own the publishing because they are the writers. They're going to get some money for the revenue generated from that song, correct? So, and the writers are Bolo and Silento, right? Now, as far as publishing, this song has various publishers, right? Publishing companies associated with this song. Now, the credits of this song, the producer, of course, Bolo the producer, right? Writers are Silento and Bolo, right? They are the writers. And recording engineer. Now, this is important. Bolo the producer. Now, Bolo has stated that he recorded that song with an Inbox 3. But see, this is the problem with saying that. Because when you say stuff like that, you lead people to assuming that all I need is an Inbox 3 to make a hit record. That's false information, Bolo. You recorded the song using the Mbox 3. Recorded, as in the pre-production, right? The production part of it. You use the Mbox 3. But for that song to be able to have the sonic quality to be released on radio commercially, you had to go to Jason Joshua. And Jason Joshua is credited as the mixing engineer of the song, which I'm pretty sure you've already detailed that information. But when you make these videos and you just all out the blue, just say, oh, Mbox 3, you're giving a false impression, because that's not how the song finished or completed. The song was completed using a professional engineer who used analog gear and professional equipment. That's what you need to add to those responses, you know. But I digress. Now, the publisher, Silento Publishing. So there it is. He had his own publishing, right? Company, Silento Publishing, right? And you have T Mingo Publishing, Vidya, and Warner. So those are the 4 publishers of that song, right? So basically, they recoup the publishing. Do you understand? Distributor, of course, Universal Music Group. They are the distributors. And the copyright owners, Capitol Records and Universal Music Group. They own the copyrights to that song. And the phonographic copyright, they own that as well. You know. So pretty much, well, I don't know the situation now, but according to the credits, Capitol Records and Universal Music Group own the copyrights to that record. Right. Now let's get to the information regarding the success of the track, right? Because this was a successful track, kid song, a song made for kids and not per se grown adults, right? It was a fun song, fun dance song made for kids, which is great. I would play that song in front of a bunch of kids so they can have fun and party and have a good time. It's a good dance song for people to have fun, especially kids. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing wrong with that at all. You know, this song itself, right? Just like when I was a kid, Don't Worry, Be Happy, even though it was the #1 jam, people hated that song. But I'm going to show you what the critics said about that song. What the critics said. Now, Elliot Wilson, right, listed Watch Me Nae Nae as the #2 worst singles of all time. And this list of top 15 for 2015, right? It was listed as #2 as the worst single. What does that mean? That's his opinion. That's what that means. Right? Just like everybody has an opinion. But does that mean the song is not going to be a success based on his opinion? No. Just like Don't Worry, Be Happy was a success and people thought it was trash. You understand? It has nothing to do with popular reception, right? Just because somebody doesn't like a song doesn't make it not be a hit. And just because somebody doesn't like the hit song doesn't make them a hater. They just don't like the song. Just like country music. For all you hip hop heads, them same people, right? Who said, oh, you a hater. Where's your #1 hit? Okay. When was the last time you heard a country song in your car? Would you play an old country song in your car? Honky tonk. Honky tonk. Would you play that in your song in your car? That song was a #1 hit. You thought it was trash, right? You're not going to play it in your car. So what's the difference here? What's the difference? But I digress. So Elliott Wilson, right? He described it as one of the most annoying things to ever exist. That's what he said about Whip My Nae Nae. And a lot of people agree with him because those people don't listen to that type of music. You know, that type of music attracts a certain audience, right? Kids, people who just want to have fun and dance. You see what I'm saying? And I'm one of those people. I'll play that song in front of kids in a family environment. But in my car, I'm not playing that song at all. At all. You know? But who is Elliott Wilson really? Let's check out who Elliott Wilson is. Elliott Wilson is a brother. I expected him to be YT, but he is a brother. He is an American journalist, television producer, and magazine editor. So he has a professional opinion when it comes to music, correct? A professional opinion. And he has interviewed countless artists, countless hip hop artists, R&B artists. So he knows music. We would consider as a tastemaker as well, along with DJs. He would be considered a tastemaker. Yes. So what I want a lot of you people, right, who said I was a hater and don't have a number one hit, which is true. I don't have a number one hit. Right? Come on, that's obvious, right? But I want you to do this. I want you to find Elliott Wilson and call him a hater. That's what I want you to do. Since you like to go in the comment section, right? And when somebody shares their opinion about something that they don't like, just like everybody has an opinion, just like what they sit on, the beehole, right? I want you to feel comfortable enough to go to his Facebook page or his social media page and call him a hater. Say, you are wrong about Whip My Nae Nae. You are such a hater. I want you to do that. Show him how you feel. You know, just because he doesn't like the song and thought it was trash. Tell him how you feel. Because honestly, right, even though it was a hit record, true, kids love it, right? I'm not listening to that song because it's just not my cup of tea. Now, Bolo made other songs that I will listen to, that I actually like. But just because that song was a hit song doesn't mean people have to like it, everyone. He's one of them. And he's a professional music author and journalist. He didn't like it.